What's going on, guys? Your boy Q420 here. Welcome you back to another episode of Day Zero. It is day 215. We've got the entire crew with us. The powerful one, the immaculate one, the spiritual one, to me, the one.
That's a lot of days. I think this might be the most consistent thing in my entire life.
The longest job you've ever had.
Your
Ironically, the one that
existence.
pays $0 and
Zero.
0 cents.
Oh man.
For real.
Oh, I can keep that job like a motherfucker. But the other ones,
Yeah, it says no problem keeping this one going.
Yeah.
So, guys, are you doing well? Okay, and
no.
if you're not
Yes.
doing well, don't worry. Because Scott Bessent, isn't that his name? He said $2,000 is coming your way shortly. So you should. Season of giving. He
What
said
do we
the
do
fans about to
with it?
give. Huh?
What do we encourage the audience to spend recklessly on themselves, to spend
Buy
recklessly
Bitcoin.
on others, buy Bitcoin, which was
Hmm.
a big one in 21.
Independent media
20.
tokens, actually.
This is
Independent media token, take a flyer on that. Tell your grandchildren that you turned $2,000 into $200 million over the course of your
There you
lifetime.
go.
so the
Some
government
results
should
may
never give
vary.
you fucking money ever. I'm sorry. The whole government giving you money thing can fuck right off. I'm not gonna get
Oh,
it.
it's the dumbest thing ever.
True.
Nobody ever gave me money last time around. I didn't get any of that
I think what
bullshit.
happened the last time they did this, when Bush gave like $700 or something, I think they found that people paid their credit cards and it didn't stimulate the economy at all.
Huh.
That was what most people did. Most people who got money paid their credit cards and didn't boost nothing. It's a sham.
I didn't
It
stimulate.
is. So it didn't stimulate nothing. It's a waste.
Not in
I'm,
the-
I'm sitting here awestruck that the government would even consider this. I did the math on it, and it's like hundreds of billions of dollars. It's like,
It did- to-
let's do the math
But-
again, because how many motherfuckers are eligible for this shit?
I don't know.
Was it 100 and hold on? Could be 180 million, I believe, if I'm
All
correct.
right, so
half.
180 million people. Let's say about
180
180
million
million.
times 2,000.
I don't
equals-
even want to think about trying to do those
Okay,
numbers.
so there's a 36 at the beginning, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. So that's
So
$360 billion.
36 billion.
360 billion. 360 billion. is what it is.
9,9 zeros.
And a
360 and
10th.
9.
There's a 10. No, there's a 10th
Oh, a 10th
zero in
one.
there,
Oh,
but it was
okay, yeah.
3 to divide her and then 360.
Oy.
So that's
Yeah, that's a
like-
lot of money. That
Well-
could surely be better spent lighting it on fire, right?
Yeah. Light
Or
it
just,
on
like,
fire
pay it-
before you give it to us. It's the same thing.
Pay off the debt. What's our debt? Don't we want to pay that down? I thought that was like half the fucking point.
Gonna pay that down. Yeah.
Never gonna pay that down. Just let it roll.
I did it.
No, we're not paying that. We're not paying. We're dining and dashing, babe. We're out of here. Fuck that shit.
We're gonna go to Mars.
We are not tipping our waitress.
Dashing. That's good.
We are out.
We
This country is on its own. Sorry.
Man said we doing a full dine and dash. Damn. Okay. They said we got the dip. We got the dip on this hoe. We said, but I don't have nothing for you. I appreciate it, but I ain't got shit for you. And we don't have shit for them. Okay, and it's okay. You know, this perpetual cycle is just the cycle of every single government empire, and you know we go through the cycle, and then eventually they bring in a new cycle, and it starts back over. Whether you're alive during the good times or not, you know, that's luck of the draw. Okay, I mean,
Fourth turning.
that's
You're
just it.
gonna be an adult living through the shit times.
I
Sorry.
can't wait. We came here for this. Bring it on. I want to see everything burned to the fucking ground. Let's start over.
We're about to.
Done. People are like really, really serious about this 3i Atlas thing. And
Oh,
they're
are
not
they?
stopping. They're like,
Well,
oh, I just watched a 20-minute video on double speed. So 10 minutes of some guy explaining why every single thing about it is anomalous. And I don't even know if that's remotely true or not. But here's what's interesting to me. I don't actually give a shit. I don't think there's any aliens coming. But it's interesting that comets, especially like anomalous seeming random comets, tend to come around at the same time where big like fourth turning and
Yes.
this type of shit happens. And that's interesting to me. Like who knows why or whether it's just totally fucking random or there's like a meaning behind it. but it'd be interesting if everything falls apart right now.
Well, I think they're on the comet and they're watching. They just have like really good seats now.
Camouflage. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just
Like,
they
no,
want
we're
to
just a
fly
rock.
by and watch it burn.
I
while
would if
they're
I was an
in
alien. I'd be like, look at this weird ancient race of fucking morons. They're just
We'll
destroying
time it-
themselves. Let's
I'll
watch
time it
this
so
shit.
that our road trip swings through their hometown right as it's burning.
Yeah.
Right on our way out.
Hey,
to
hey,
see
They
the
like
hey,
burn.
hey,
sold
no.
this as like a luxury cruise. There's just like the richest
Right.
aliens on there.
Oh, have you ever seen the remote viewing of the people, the guys who remote viewed the Saturn moon?
No.
And it was like a intergalactic Las Vegas.
It was like a theater, like a Las Vegas
Yep.
and a theater. They can watch
It
Earth
was like
and
an
gamble.
intergalactic well, maybe Las Vegas is a stretch. It was on the moon. The way it was set up gave it the best view in the solar system of Saturn, just perfectly sort of, the rings turned at the right angle. And these people remote viewed this facility that was used as like a resort for super wealthy people to go and stay. And it's wild. It's on Farsight Institute. You can find it there. It's
Wealthy humans or wealthy aliens?
Iapetus. I think it's the Iapetus remote viewing Iapetus. Do that. It's wild. If you're
Wealthy
into that
humans
stuff.
or wealthy humans or wealthy aliens?
Didn't specify. Somebody, whoever could afford to get there, I suppose. They didn't. I don't know. Maybe you have to watch it again. I think that's the one you want to get like pretty high and before you turn it on, just to make sure.
We got to get high first.
Just to make sure. It'd be, it's like you could watch the movie or you could watch the movie in the theater, right? You could watch the Farsight Institute video about remote viewing for Iapetus, but you should do that extremely stoned first, I believe. That's
Okay,
because
okay.
that's the
Well-
equivalent of going into a dark theater.
Well, look, so the $2,000 is coming your way because it's obvious that now, they realize that they can't do anything, to stop the absolute train wreck that is the dollar. So they're just gonna go ahead and try to finish it off. I believe that's actually what Trump's doing.
For
You
real.
know me, but I think he's intentionally trying to finish this thing off so they can move to something else.
Are they going to be mining the 3I Atlas for precious rare earth minerals or intergalactic minerals or atomic gold or whatever, monatomic gold or whatever's on there that's worth quadrillions of dollars? Is this our exit strategy?
Ooh.
We're gonna
See,
capture this little
Oh.
fucker when it comes through and mine the shit out of it and then Armageddon ourselves off of it with buckets of rocks back to Earth. Michael Bay can direct it. I can see it now.
or to the moon.
What do you think they're gonna
of-
throw like a net up? We got like some type of
Yeah, we
net
just
to
put a
throw up.
net. We just catch it.
Just catch
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay.
Put a
Just
sail on it
indestructible.
and just
That's how it works.
steer it back like we're just
Crash
something
it into the earth.
So everybody,
Now we're
when
done.
it
Crash
have it would
into
have
the
something
earth.
magnetic, right? It would have something magnetic, right? So you would get it in the net, have it rotate back, and then you have a big magnet that would draw it in.
Yes. I like this.
Let the scientists worry about the science stuff. I'm just saying
Yes.
we gotta get that rare earth, the quadrillions of dollars off of that, and then I think we've solved our money problems.
Well, especially if the dollar's crashing and we're getting $2,000 is even more reason to put your money into independent media tokens.
Oh yeah,
It's the only
put
currency it's
I'd
gonna
put my
matter.
money into birdseed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I would leave it in its present state. Yeah.
Well, no, there might not be
anything
any
is
real
better.
birds no more. They might take all of them and plant a chip in them, surveillance. All the birds be surveilling you.
The birds
When
really
they doing
aren't
with some
real anymore.
pigeons? When they doing with some pigeons?
Yeah.
That's what I
Pigeons are.
heard. It's
Why
just a
do we have to
legend.
fuck with pigeons so hard? We're like, all right, you're our best friend. Send all our messages for us, you faithful, beautiful beings that can somehow navigate just fucking anywhere and just perfect. And then we're just going to abandon the shit out of you. By the way, first, we're going to introduce the telegraph, which is going to kill most of you. Then we're going to introduce more electricity and more wavelengths, and that's going to kill off the rest of you. And the few that are left, we're going to let you wander around the cities desperate for food and call you flying rats and hate you. And oh, by the way, now we're going to implant you with chips.
And
Good
if you
job,
make it through all
assholes.
that, Mike Tyson might also try to fuck you.
Damn.
I ain't
What a
sure about that last one.
You know, he's he's a big pigeon collector.
Yeah, but I mean, were folks really putting notes on birds and sending that shit out? Was
Yes.
that real or is that just
Yes.
movies?
No, that's real.
They
Those
ain't
are
no
real
damn
shit.
way. How them niggas know where to go?
I have no idea. I don't get it at all. I
I
tried
don't
to read
believe
it.
it. It
I
sounds
tried
like
to
bullshit.
understand how you'd organize this, and it doesn't make sense to me. But
I would think you'd
It's
have to
called
like
witchcraft.
you'd have to raise a pigeon in like one place and have to be used to it, and then take it somewhere else, and then maybe it could fly home.
yes,
Like,
it always goes home. But
I
like
can't
it would
figure
never
out
come
another-
back, right?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
It's
I don't think so.
witchcraft, man. It's what I call it. It's what it is. I mean, that's just all there is. The dark, the dark arts. That's what it is. I don't trust it. Man, I said, they say, oh yeah, we're gonna send a note. We're gonna send a note to King Holt over there, 200 miles away. It's like, oh shit, it's gonna take somebody a long time to get it. No, we're gonna send this pigeon. Nigga, the message ain't making it to him. Okay, I mean, if I'm just sitting there and somebody's like, yeah, we're gonna tie this note to the pigeon's foot and hope it don't get ate at some point in
Called
time
for backup
during his journey.
Are you certain that backups will be arriving, sir? Yes, I called for backups from my trusty bird. I sent him off.
I totally nailed it. So here we go. This is what AI says. Pigeons know where to deliver a message because they're trained to fly back to a specific location they consider home, such as a pigeon loft or roost. The homing ability is innate, and pigeons are typically raised in a particular place they recognize as their home. To use a pigeon for message delivery, it is transported in a cage to a different location. And then when released, it flies back to its home base carrying the message attached to its leg. So
bullshit.
Fucking amazing.
Bullshit.
It's amazing.
It's bullshit.
How do you can take a pigeon blindfolded on a train like thousands of miles and it'll still get home. That's
and it's got
crazy.
sonar. The pigeon
got
got sonar to make it back to the roost.
They think that it has like not magnetosphere, but magnetic like honing mechanisms so that it can tell like the exact magnetic signature of that location and find its way there. Doesn't make any sense.
Is that how we made GPS? We stole the pigeon's technology.
Probably.
It's a bunch of pigeons with a bunch of implants flying around. That's our GPS.
That's what it is.
How we get our mapping,
Taking pictures of your house. Taking pictures of your house. Ain't that shit weird as fuck? Damn, you go to Google, you type your address in, and they got pictures of your house. It's like, well, you got niggas rolling around taking pictures of my crib. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And they're always recent.
I mean,
like for a while, they were like hella old when you'd go look, and now they're like a couple months ago, maybe a couple weeks ago.
I mean, how you get that gig? Drive around, take pictures of people's houses.
It's probably on Waymo now. Do you guys hear about how Waymo drove some people into the middle of a police shootout? And just stopped. It just stopped. It just drove them into the middle of the shootout, stopped. They couldn't get out and they couldn't take control and drive away. So they're just stuck in the middle. Like, oh my God. This is the nightmare. It's upon us.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming it was taking it on the route that made sense to get them to where they were going, correct?
But then it realized there was a danger, but instead of like leaving, it just stopped. It didn't know what to do. It's like stupid.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
It's not quite trained for that yet. We're working on it.
Shootout.
Yeah, we're working on it. They weren't expecting that one. That was a little unexpected.
Where
no
was
doubt
it?
about it.
What city?
I think it was in Los Angeles. I don't actually remember the city. I just had it on the winning report this last week. It was so crazy. You can look it up. Waymo takes couple into a shootout, active crime scene shootout.
Excellent.
Hey, you're right. These fucking Google Street View photos are pretty recent, like real recent. Like no fucking way.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Okay, this is actually it's not too recent. It's from 1 year ago, basically, because we redid the front yard, so the front yard isn't redone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was something like I had planted a tree and it was in it, and it was only a few months old. I was like, "Ah,
So these motherfuckers we
fresh."
gonna be driving around all the time forever?
Or is it Starlink? I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly sure, but you can. I mean, you can scroll with your cursor and stuff, Street View. So
Oh, yeah.
it's almost like a continuous photo.
Yeah, so it
Well,
has to do the
the
driving.
original
That's wild.
technology was from a company that Google bought. It was called Keyhole. Keyhole was a CIA front company that
Aren't they
used
all?
satellite technology to map the enemy, and that eventually became what we now know as Google Maps. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was CIA technology that's feeding
So it
into it.
seems as though, so we all know the CIA is out to get us and get all our shit and stuff. And it also seems as though they're heavily invested in creating shit they hand over to private companies.
Y-
And there's
Yeah,
definitely a surveillance type relationship there, but at the same time there has to be like a money relationship there too. I mean, how many of these inventions and things that are being handed over to to public companies that will go public, how much money is the CIA getting in kickbacks, and how much of that is staying off the books of the government? Like, are
probably a
they
little of both.
um
Like
because
like
they can they can just have companies be CIA companies and not on the government payroll, and then those companies spend the money on whatever the fuck the CIA needs.
Oracle. That's what Oracle is. Oracle was started by Larry Ellison in the 70s. It was named something else. It was their very first project. The very first job they had was Project Oracle by the CIA. And after a couple of years, they just changed their name, the name of the company, to Oracle. It is a CIA front company. It was created by the CIA to do the things in the open, to take the technology that they had that was underground and make it private. I mean, make it available to the general public, but through the private system
Right.
of of business, and that happens with a lot of them. That's Lockheed Martin has this. That's why they have Skunk Works. This is how you
DARPA.
take advanced technology and commercialize it. Is that the government will pick these companies? They pick them, and then what does Larry Ellison do? I mean, why is he in charge of Operation? No, I also want to say Warp Speed, the bazillion-dollar AI project. Is that it? What's the AI one? Is that
Warp speed was the vaccine.
Oh,
vaccine
yeah.
one? Well, the other one, the one that's AI, the one that he's doing now with $500 billion. He's a lifetime CIA guy with strong ties to Israel. So what does he do? He's in charge. That's not really his money to do what he likes with. He's a puppet of the empire. So he has to buy Paramount, and he has to buy Skydance, and he has to buy TikTok, and he has to buy all the things to shut up the criticism of Israel, because that's his job. You've got all this money not because you're some magic businessman. You have all this money because the CIA made you this company, turned this was their technology, it was their product. Same thing with Facebook. So that's the reason why you do what they want you to do, because you wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for them. There wouldn't be a company if it wasn't for them. So it's not that Facebook or Oracle flipped and became working for the CIA. They are the CIA. That's who they are. It's just, it doesn't say CIA on the door. It says Facebook or it says Oracle. But that's who it is. That's who it is.
And then it's a lot harder for people to be like, "Oh, the government does this, the government does that, this conspiracy, that," because now it's all enmeshed in the public-private interlocking spheres.
Yeah. And how that money finds its way back to the people in the CIA, I'm sure a variety of ways. They've laundered it. It goes through the venture capital firms. InQtel is the CIA's venture capital firm. I mean,
Just
there's
shipping
ways.
containers full
Plus,
of
they have to have a
children.
real estate network. They have to have a real estate network. And on top of that, I wonder what role Scientology plays in their real estate network, because Scientology has the biggest real estate network in the world.
Jesus, that's terrifying.
And
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Scientology does.
Uh huh.
I would not have guessed that.
Billions and billions and billions around the
They've got a
around the whole
lot.
world.
They've been buying
I
places.
thought you were gonna say
And they're down to like
McDonald's.
they're down to like
BlackRock.
20,000 fucking members. So what the fuck does that tell you? It is
Flip
just,
this church.
It is yeah, they stay out of the limelight very often, despite being
Because
riddled
they're
with all kinds of
exceptionally
shit.
litigious. Right?
Yeah,
them
so
they
niggas
just
got
go
money
after
too. Maybe
people.
20,000 of them.
Well,
It's just
fucking
all
L. Ron
niggas with
Hubbard
money,
was
right?
in the Navy. I think he might have been naval intelligence, and that just tells you everything you need to know. And there's some like I'm not an expert on this by any means, but I've read a little bit that like there's some major overlaps between Scientology and like what was that fucking cult or connected to Son of Sam? Like there's a couple of these cult churches, the Promise Keepers or some weird shit. I forget what they're fucking
Process
called.
church.
The Process Church, that's it. There's some connection between Scientology and the Process Church. People who were founding members of both have overlap.
Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
So that the Scientology just seems like it just screams like it's just a government operation. You think the CIA is going to let them do their thing and not try to infiltrate and figure out at least what the fuck's going on if they're not involved? There's no fucking way that there's not intelligence connections to Scientology.
It's got to be the CIA's religion.
Right? Dude, they have those creepy offshore boats that like people are held captive and like made into slaves and never leave again.
Contracts.
Fucking wild. Allegedly.
I pledge my soul to Xandorf, master enslaver of the universe for 2 billion years.
And then you get people like Tom Cruise who are Scientologists for life, but he like doesn't talk about it, and he's like not in the. That never comes up anymore, and it's very weird, right? It's very fucking eyes wide shut kind of.
Well, you stopped hearing a whole lot about Scientology after they sent that one nigga to jail. What was it, that 70s show dude?
Masterson, Danny Masterson.
Oh yeah. When they sent him to jail, you ain't hear shit else. It just kind of went hush.
Because he's
not the guy that's accused of rape. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him 30 years.
Yeah, he was strung out on meth and got a little rough. I mean, what's the deal? Not a problem, is it?
Well, I told y'all about getting rough. You settle down, but
they only go after people they hate, though. Like you could be, Diddy and get off and get pardoned or whatever's going to happen next. But if you're Masterson and you like wronged the wrong people, there you go. You're done.
I don't know. Was it 50 Cent did a documentary on Diddy? I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But he did some type of movie or something about Diddy, and I'm just like exposing stuff. I'm like, y'all are ready to expose some shit when there ain't nothing on the line. There ain't nothing on the line now. Where were you at 20 years ago when some shit was on the line? You weren't exposing Diddy then, but now, oh man, I'm ready to expose him. I bet you are. I mean, my goodness. It'd be like these chicks who come forward 30 years later. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to expose them now. I'm like, man, this shit is done, Bo. It's been done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't nobody getting what they deserve 30 years later. I'm sorry. It just ain't happening. All right? It's just it's a touch too late.
Crazy to me that you can come out that many years later and pretend someone raped you and people will take it seriously. I mean, if you're just going to say it happened or whatever, cool. But if you're trying to get something out of it, like you're trying to stop them from gaining a position or power, or you're trying to get money or any of those things, like now it's sus as fuck.
What about the Trump E. Jean Carroll situation?
Didn't she go on TV and talk about how she wished she could be raped?
That it was hot. Yeah, she's out of her mind. And her cat's name is Vagina.
Oh, God. I could see.
She's a lunatic.
Why she needs to be raped. I don't think anyone wants to have sex with her.
I mean, you kind of feel like his attorney should have just been Your Honor. I mean, look at her. You know, like she's crazy as hell. But
the
like
hottest women on earth, but then he chooses that. Like, come on.
Right, exactly. Now I know rape is about power and control, but what do you?
Yeah.
No, well, if I'm correct, I believe the whole thing was about defamation. Because supposedly Trump called her ugly. Which, I mean, I don't know if he told a lie there or not. You know what I'm saying? But it's like defamation. And I was like, who are you? I'm like, what she do? Write some shit for Vogue or some shit?
She said she was going to take Rachel Maddow out on a shopping spree once she got the money, the $81 million that came in. She was going to.
Yeah,
and they were like,
statements like that.
on the stage,
They were like,
sitting next to her at the desk, just like,
Like, not even that lesbian wants to have sex with you, so move
yeah.
along.
yeah, that's tough. I mean, they
Also,
said, hey, you can't get the lesbian to
really
get in on
bad
that.
form. Crazy shit. But yeah, I'm
Yeah, but
no
we had a
Trump
lot of that
supporter.
pop up when New York had that for some reason they put out that thing where for 1 year you could just sue people who supposedly did something to you 50 years ago. We're gonna
What?
give y'all a year, sue away. I mean, that's what they
Really?
did. If yeah, folks were suing. Like women would just come left and right. Oh yeah, he got me. He got me 45 years ago. He touched my butt. I
What
know
would
he did.
ever be the good in this?
and and it's civil court, so they're like, well, he is a man, so he probably did touch your butt. I mean, that'd be it. I mean, we got photo evidence. We got a note. We got something. We ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we ain't got no police report, but we just got you coming up here. It's like, oh yeah, he grabbed me right by the puss 45 years ago when I was at
Mhm.
work. He came right up and just got a whole handful, and he said that'll be
I
mine shortly.
I
And I was
just
like,
who's ever done that? Who's ever had success with that move? Grab him by
The
the
puss
pussy.
grab.
Is that a move? Is that a workable move?
It
It
actually
seems
happened
to
to
work
me.
in pornos.
That
Yeah.
happened to you?
It actually happened to me in like a dance sort of club, and it was horrible actually. This guy came up and literally, like, I've had guys grab my ass before. Not nearly as traumatizing as someone like making sure they time it right so that they're fully like grabbing your vagina.
Oh my
That's
God,
like the yeah, like you put some effort into that. So I turned around, I punched him. I boxed before. I have like some training, so I actually have like a decent punch for a girl. I mean, right? It's not going to be horrifyingly, destroying this person, but it's not great. It's not going to not hurt, right? And so I
Mhm.
punched him like full, whole body, hips in it, and whatever. Instantly, I just felt it. I turned around, I fucking punched this guy in the face. Then he looked at me with like the craziest look in his eyes because clearly that punch like excited him more. He was like, "Oh, yeah." And
Oh,
I was
you
like,
like it like
"Oh,
that, huh?
fuck, yeah." I was like, "Oh, that's not the response that I was expecting,
Yeah.
at all." Then he just sort of disappeared into the crowd. I was like, "Word, whatever." Whatever went on. I'd had, like, maybe 2 drinks this whole night, for at the most over maybe, like, 6 hours if I was out a long time, I don't really remember. But I wasn't, like, trashed by any means. But anyways, I was hanging out a little bit longer. I left. I was alone there. My house was, like, 6 blocks away. So I was leaving and someone came up behind me and like grabbed me around the shoulders, like as I was exiting the bar. And I fully assumed this was just like a friend because like who else grabs you behind the shoulders? So for a second, I'm like kind of laughing. I'm like, haha, I'm trying to turn around and see who it is. And then I realize it's that guy. And then I realize he's like not letting go of me. And then like there's a group of people and I'm like, help me. This guy's dragging me now away from the door. And none of them do a fucking thing at all. One of them is making eye contact, and at this point, I'm like, I've been dragged for like multiple seconds, and the door is getting further away, and the group of people is getting further away, and I cannot get out of this guy's grasp. So I'm like crying now and screaming for help. And he says to the group of people, as one guy kind of seems like he might be about to finally respond and do something. And the guy who's dragging me away says, "Don't worry, it's my girlfriend. We do this all the time." And the guy's like, "Oh, okay." And just stopped fucking I was like, "Oh, shit." So now I'm like, I'm about to be tortured and killed for sure. Like
Yeah.
there's no other outcome of this. Whatever the outcome is, it's something I would rather never find out. And luckily I didn't. I remembered an Oprah episode, which is crazy because I didn't watch Oprah ever, but my friend did, and I thought it was retarded, and I thought Oprah was retarded. But this one episode I happened to see was about how women can get away from men who are stronger than them, or like how women can fight back, or like different things like this, tactics.
Mhm.
And I remembered her saying, like, you have no chance of like breaking his strength. Most cases, women are much weaker than men. But you do have a chance to become a dead weight. And
And
if you
fall to the
become a
ground.
dead weight, he'll drop you and you could run. And I fucking remembered that like right then. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I think I have like one chance to do this because I think once you find out the tactic, you're gonna like be ready for it, and then it's not gonna be as effective. So I did it. I became a dead weight, and he dropped me, and I got up and I ran, and I went into the next bar, And that bouncer, I was like, "This guy's coming behind me, he's trying to take me, help me." And the bouncer started laughing. And I was like, I'm in a fucking nightmare." Like, this guy grabbed my vagina, punched him, he loved it, grabbed me as I leave, the group does nothing, and then I barely get away from him, and now this bouncer's laughing at me. I was like, "Is he just gonna come in here and take me again, and no one's gonna do it?" Oh, I like a weird nightmare where nobody helps anyone. And I saw this table beyond the bouncer and had one seat open, and I just took it. I just sat down and I was like, "You have to help me. No one will help me. Some guy's coming in. I swear he's gonna take me. Please don't let him take me." And this group of strangers who were all men stood up. They saw him coming and they got between me and him and they were like, "You need to leave." And he finally left and they were like, "Do you need us to take you somewhere?" I was like, "Please, like, get me home." And they did. Thank God for those people. 'Cause I don't know if he would have waited. I don't know, like, what happened would have happened, but clearly one of the worst things that anyone could imagine was about to happen. So that's what a pussy grab will get you.
Yeah, but
Damn.
you see,
Yeah.
you see, the pussy grab has to be worked up to. It's usually not
Just
the
out
first
of
move, okay?
nowhere.
Not your
You
I've
know
never
what I'm
opening
saying? You
seen
line.
gotta
him.
work you gotta work
Yeah.
up to I mean, come on, guys out here. You gotta work up to the pussy grab, especially if you're in the club. I mean, I've had a couple like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's after you've been around each other, you've been grinding, all of a sudden you kiss it, and then you get into the pussy grab, you know what I'm
You
saying?
just pick a
Just
random girl, you grab her
to
by
see
the
if we
pussy.
already there.
If she
Yeah.
doesn't like it, you just take her anyway. That's
I know
No,
that's
you
no,
just
no,
got
no,
a
no, no, no,
statistical
no, no.
probability of about 1 in 100 of them liking it.
No,
yeah,
yeah, don't do that, okay?
don't do that
You need to be building the moment to the pussy grab, okay? Guys,
for
this is
real.
about building the attraction, okay? You gotta build the moment to the pussy grab to where they want you to grab it. You know what I'm saying? They wonder if
Mm.
you don't grab it, now you gay. You know what I'm saying? That's
Well,
you
yeah.
got to build up to this thing, okay? I mean, that's the way
And
this
then I'm like,
works.
but I
Come
was
on,
also like,
guys.
did that work for him before, or is he a serial abductor? Does he go looking for
Now he
people
may
to
just be
abduct?
he may be an abductor. That,
Just a
that may
serial
just be
killer.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that may be him. So I've never understood the the whole raping somebody thing. I'm like, I would like them to be at least believing at the beginning that they would enjoy doing what we're about
And
to do,
it
this physical
turns out
activity.
you're
Now
normal.
whether when we get into it, they're like, "Damn, you're not that great at it, and you're not doing exactly what I want you to do." It's neither here nor there. But at the beginning, they're like, "Yes, I like you. I want you to touch me where I pee at." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I want to be good first, and then we can get into whether it was that great or not, whether we want to do this again, whether me or you were both embarrassed. We can work on it from there. So,
Being turned on
yeah.
by somebody being turned on by you, that's normal. I don't know where we've gotten to, and I don't know if it's, like, pornography's fault or, like, people don't have fathers or they don't have mothers or whatever. I don't know what went so wrong, but I think there's a great number of people who no longer have normal sexuality.
Here's the issue, though. Look. I know that we try to blame it on porn, but dudes have been looking at butt booty naked women forever. Like
But that's different.
they used to sell the whole ass magazines though. No, it's these new niggas that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay? Cause old niggas used to just get a titty magazine, a hustler, jacket into a towel, and then move right on with their day, and it was all good. These new niggas want to do damn video calls. Hey, spit in this cup, and then they'll rub it across your ass, and then they'll, mess your hair up a little bit. So I'm like, bro, just get you a little flick jacket and then move on with your day, man. Pull you and move on with your day. Hey, look, you can be embarrassed about it later, okay? I mean, you can, but then just go to work, do whatever you're gonna do. But no, niggas got weird about it. That's what the issue is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so much the because it's always been there. You used to have to go. I mean, people used to buy the videos, obviously, because the industry stayed alive. You had to physically go somewhere to buy the videos. So you go in there, you buy the video. You were ashamed. You went into the thick of the night because these places stay open to like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Thick of the night, you buy your video. Ain't nobody see me, did they? Pop it in. You have it stashed somewhere. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was shameful. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want everybody to see it. Man, this is shameful, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep my shame over here. Now, folk they just into some weird shit.
Dressed
But
up
when
like
that
a
is true,
fox. going
Now
out
that
on
you
a
don't have
date
to-
dressed up like a fucking,
Like a blue weird anime fox.
yeah, exactly. I blame anime for this.
Well, going
I
to a
blame
porn
anime for
store
a
was
lot
like
of
a
this.
mandatory self-humiliation ritual that you had to go through
Exactly.
in order to get your shit.
So
Nowadays, you ain't got to leave the house, so motherfuckers got more time on their hands.
But it's also
So-
like
Too much
this is an
time.
intentional, or this is what I've heard at least people who were watching porn, like as time went on, it'd be like, oh, there's like black lady in this porn, like that's exciting, you know, and like that, oh, this one, whatever. But then eventually it's like, oh, it's two sisters, oh, it's a dad and his kid or whatever. And it just got like weirder and weirder
Well,
and weirder and more fucked up and more fucked up. And there's no way that's an accident.
so here's the thing though, like that it might appear that way, but like you go back to the 70s and they were doing that weird shit too, man. There's
Were they?
fucking all the same shit we got today they was doing in the 70s, and it just seemed weirder back then for some reason. You know what I mean?
there's
But I don't
nothing
think
new.
it's changed. I really don't think it's much new, really.
Well,
at all.
remember when like Dexter and like 6 other shows all had incest, sibling incest, like at the same
Yes.
time? Like that's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
it was
saying. Like
step.
this can't
They were
Hold on.
step though.
At
They
least-
were step. They were step.
still.
At least in
So it
porn,
wasn't
it's
no
always
Blu-ray.
step. They don't ever cross that line.
Yeah. Yeah, step. Yeah, it'd be stepdaughter, stepmother. You know what I'm saying? Which is bad enough. I mean,
And they can
it's
recycle the
bad
script
enough.
over and over again. It's the same script. It never changes.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But yeah, I mean, but that's the issue. Yeah,
I-
just weird dudes. Dudes are weird now about this shit.
So I've been, I was friends with, dude's been weird for a long time. I can attest to
Mhm.
that. But if you remember in the Howard Stern days of like the late 90s, early 2000s, this was probably more of a Cory slanted discussion. But you remember Houston and the Houston 500, of course. You know, the 500
yeah.
person gangbang
Mhm.
with our friend
Mhm.
Houston.
Yep.
I sold her house in Las Vegas. She's super duper cool. We used to go out, go have drinks. She's
That's cool.
totally, I
She doesn't-
mean, she's a 100% total disastrous porn star.
Yeah. I was like, does she have like 12
Don't get me
demons?
wrong.
in her or what?
Like,
she
she
acted
was
just like a regular
fun.
person.
She's like, yeah, like a fun regular person. No, she's I mean, she looked like you walk in to a I mean, I didn't go out with her, but I met up with her at a couple places. She did the look, because women don't know who she is. Every guy walks by, holy shit, I know exactly who she is from.
But I
from
can't
something.
say it.
Yeah, but you can't. You have to be of like the greatest poker face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to know
Like
who you are. I know who you
They
are.
said, "Do you know who that is?" It's like, no,
No, I
no, I don't know who that is.
I thought she was someone else.
Why you covering your eyes? I don't know.
I always
Hey,
gotta
that's
wonder-
oh, how do you know her? It's like I don't. As a matter of fact, somebody I thought I knew.
I have to
I always
come
gotta
back.
Yeah,
wonder
I had
how
a
much
pretty
they
good reason.
compartmentalize it.
Mhm.
I had a good reason for knowing her because I sold her house and then was still in the new
Okay.
home development in the community where she lived. So she was by my place all the time. So I would see her. She'd come in and ask me questions about stuff. And so we just became friends. And I thought she was really nice. But, you know, I mean, I always, of course, knew.
Yeah, we had a question
never
up
talked about
here from Sacred Geometry. Said, didn't the French pioneer the industry? I'm not sure if they pioneered it or not. Was it the French pioneer?
I think there were degenerates all over the world, and as soon as they got their hand on a video
Okay.
camera, they put their dick on it.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, if we're gonna go by
Or
what
film,
they
I should
show
say.
us on the shows, they're gonna go by what they show us on the shows. Whether I don't know whether it's true or not. But like Spartacus, so they would just have the slaves do it in front of them. You know what I'm saying? They get 2 slaves together and say, "Hey, man, y'all fuck, and we're gonna watch." You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's really
Turn on-
interactive.
Turn on
okay?
the slave porn channel. Hey, back it up. Back it up.
Yeah.
Back it up. Back it up 15
Yeah,
seconds.
it's like, and they'd be looking over there. Hey, can you do that again? It's like, Bo, I don't know. It said no, but
Do it
I
again or
look,
we
I'm
feed you the
shooting blank.
lions. No,
I
fucking
wonder
do
if
it
they
again.
got slave porn. You think they got slave porn? Because it seems like all the taboos you're allowed to do in porn. All of them. Racism,
Oh, yeah.
sexism,
Midgets.
midgets, the whole 9 yards. That's the realm of it's okay.
Yeah, the
You
slave
can,
the
wear,
slave stuff
you can be wearing
might be a
Nazi
bridge too far.
uniforms, fucking Jews in Auschwitz, and it's okay in that world.
Yeah, you
That
get away
might
with
be
a
a
lot in
bridge
the
too
porn
far.
world.
I
That might be
recently
a bridge
started
too far.
or I've been introduced recently to like the Hallmark Christmas movie thing where it's like always some man and some
Oh,
woman
okay,
who are
yeah.
mad at each other and then eventually they're like in love and they get married or something. So I was and like, oh my God. I was like, literally, porn is better than this. Like I think actually what they do is they like film the Christmas special and then they have the exact same actors like just do a porn because it's like, why not? We're in the same exact tier here. Like, let's just get 2 for 1. Like, no fucking
would be
No,
difference.
I
Like,
like.
great.
cannot act, nothing. Scenes are awful. Dialogue is awful. It's awful.
It's terrible. It's terrible. One
Terrible.
of my favorite Hallmark shtick is where the wife and the husband are having issues with the relationship. So they say, "Hey, we're gonna open it up." I'm like,
That's on
"That's
a
gonna work."
Hallmark
I
movie?
mean, yeah.
What?
They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna open up our relationship." I'm like,
Whoa, what
"That-
was this?
"That's a L." Look, and I've seen a whole bunch of
You
people
failed.
on different media, social media and stuff that said, "Yeah, we were having issues, so we decided that maybe we needed to spicing up our relationship. That's what we were missing, so we opened it up, and it ruined it further." I was like, "Well, no shit." I mean,
Maybe your relationship is fucked up because you're bad at decision making. Like the decision making to open up your relationship to total strangers to
yeah.
come in and fuck your wife to make it better.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
it's
no.
you.
So here's what the issue. Here's where the issue lies. Okay, and this is what I end up finding out is that it's okay as long as everybody knows the arranged date and time that the sex is happening.
Oh,
But if the
that is
sex
not
happens
okay because
out,
you got to go to a movie
yeah, but
while you
hold
got
on,
to
Charlie,
go to
hold
a
on, Charlie.
fucking Marvel movie while your wife's getting
Yeah,
banged.
Marvel
yeah,
is so
but
good.
here's the deal: it's when it happens outside the said date and time where the issue
Oh,
lies,
that's
where they
definitely a
start
problem. Yeah.
sneaking to get that said cock or pussy
Yeah. Oh,
outside
that's bad.
of the
That's
set
bad.
dates
And
or time.
that's gonna happen
Yeah.
because either it's a horrible situation and it doesn't happen again, or it's a good situation and it happens again, and then that's a problem. Unless it's just going to be constant randos that you're running through every time you and the wife go to Vegas for a weekend or something. Maybe that's your thing, but if you're like, "Oh, I'll just have another girlfriend. We'll open it up and then, my relationship problems with my girlfriend will all be fixed because then I'll have 2 girlfriends." And everybody knows 2 girlfriends is half the problems of 1 girlfriend.
Yeah.
Some hoe math.
It's terrible. Hey, it's like you said, Charlie. You said, I said, yeah, I took my wife and dropped her off, at this guy's house. I'm gonna go watch the Marvels tonight. Oh
I'm
shit!
going to
I
the
mean,
Friday Night Marvel
it's
movie.
like, yeah,
Then I'm gonna go kill myself in the
yeah.
parking lot.
Then I'm gonna go pick her back up, cause I'm a ride. I'm gonna go pick her back up
You
afterwards.
better be
Oh,
bringing
honey, did you have
her
a good time? Oh yeah, it was real good.
you
Man,
better be
damn,
bringing
man.
her
I
a
mean, you know
fucking
what I'm saying?
bottle of mouthwash.
Ugh.
I mean, this is our degeneracy, okay? And we can't help it, all right? It's just humans, we can't help it. It's in our nature to be degenerates, all right? And to make dumb decisions. And it's just like,
I think it's
Oh,
like
man.
everything else, it's an IQ issue. I was like, I understand eugenicists that actually want so there's the eugenicists who are like, look, we need to make society better. Let's make sure the low IQ people don't breed. Let's get the high IQ people to breed. Let's like make the human stock of a higher, purer form. Right. I get that. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying I at least has like a noble purpose in mind. And I kind of like if we could just without forcing it, without being psychopaths, make everyone 120 or above, like what a fucking world. It'd be amazing. I don't think we'd have any of these problems. I don't think we'd have the like woman with the 3 boyfriends and they had a baby and then one of them murdered one of them and killed the baby or something. Like we wouldn't have all this bullshit. So people would just be smart enough to know that shit doesn't work.
It's part of the reason why I've started and stopped my book on eugenics 3 different times because it's hard when you get to the point where you start going, they've got a point.
Yeah.
They got a point
Well,
on
Yeah,
there's
this.
that's the issue.
that's like true eugenicists is they're like trying to make it better, right? But then there's the psychopaths. They're much more. They should just be called population controllers because they're not actually trying to purify or like uplift anything. They
Mm-mm.
just want everyone to be stupid and enslaved. That's a different thing. You should have two sections of your book: the actual eugenicists and then the people who just want to control everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes they overlap.
And maybe they need to go to like, I don't know, like Microsoft's policy, what they do with their employees, which is bottom 10% every year we're firing. If you show up in the bottom 10% of your performance, you're fired. We're going to bring in a new batch next year, and we're going to do this at the end of every year, and anybody that's in the bottom 10 is gone. You got to constantly not be in that bottom 10. So like, what if they did that with the population? You know, if they're like, listen, the bottom 20%
holes be tight.
the majority of the problems on this planet, the bottom 20%, we would have condominiums on Saturn if it wasn't for taking care of the bottom 20%, waiting for those dumb lazy motherfuckers and giving them a bunch of benefits and shit. So like when you're in a position of power, like the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and all Carnegies and all these people, and you've got all the money in the world and you own the printing presses, literally own them. You go, well, how would I imagine society? And you go, well, all these dumb half people in these faraway lands that we conquered, we could just get rid of all of them. And that's just what they think.
Except we have to make
now
an
we can.
exception for Down syndrome people. They're allowed to stay.
Yeah. I like the Down syndrome people.
Yeah.
The Down syndrome people seem to be having better days than most other people.
Anyone. Yeah. They're like the happiest people in the world.
Yeah. I know it's a struggle to raise somebody with Down syndrome. I'm not trying to make it sound easy, but it does. But they do seem like they're just really happy to be there, and most people don't.
Yeah, most people never achieve the happiness of the average Down syndrome person.
No, not even close.
Well, I mean,
aspire to that level of just like content. There's a guy and his mom who come to the little community gym where I am, and he gets on the elliptical machine. He just goes, and he's got cartoons on the TV, and he just watches cartoons, and he goes. He's maybe like 20.
That's pretty good.
For you, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if you're supposed to put people with Down syndrome on cardio equipment, but he seems to be fine with it. So I'm assuming.
People tend to what they tend to do is not like to let them make all their own choices. So I have worked in care for people with disabilities. I've worked like live in and stuff with people with Down syndrome and high level functioning autism and all of that. And unfortunately, in my opinion, most people tend to give them like ultimate freedom of choice, which is like giving a 5-year-old. I'm sorry, I don't know the actual like intelligence levels, but it's like giving a child ultimate freedom of choice. They're going to eat like Lucky Charms all day long, and they're going to like watch TV all day, and they're never going to move, and like, you know, all the horrible choices. So I think like getting them on a cardio machine is more than most people are doing for their Down syndrome children or compatriots.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
probably
I'm
a good
always
thing.
happy to see him there.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they're starting to extend, maybe not so much the Down syndrome, but the spectrum of autism. So there's like
to include
now
people who
like almost
voted
everybody's
Democrat.
autistic.
Yeah,
Everybody.
anyone
Yeah,
who voted
like-
Democrat is technically autistic.
It's like anybody could be autistic at any time. Like you're getting tests like when they're full blown adults to be like 50 years old. Oh, come to find out you're a high functioning autistic. I was like,
oh, I thought I just didn't have any friends.
I thought I was just an asshole.
I'm like, are we sure about this? Like,
No.
It's kind of like when they say, "Oh yeah, the kids got ADHD," and them niggas, they kids and they bored. I mean, I don't know if they got ADHD or not. I just know that they had children, and like what you talking about ain't shit. So I mean, like, can we do something?
The real test is, can you get a handicap placard or license plate?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Because if you got one of those,
that's the only thing that should matter.
Look, I was looking at some people that got handicap stickers in their car, and I'm just like I see them get out and they walk around, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying because I'm trying not to judge, but damn it, I'm judging. I'm looking at them, I'm like, I'm trying to find their handicap.
So
Like
I'll
I
tell
see
you
their
what it is.
handicap sticker,
I'll
and I'm
tell you
trying to
what it
find it.
is. There's
Mhm.
a movie in the 80s called Johnny Dangerously, and it had like Joe Piscopo and all these guys from Saturday Night Live in it, and it was a comedy. And in this, he's like a 1930s gangster, but it was like a spoof movie. And he pulls into this he's in an old timey car. He pulls into this handicap spot and he goes, "Boss, you can't park there. There's a handicap spot." He says, "I am handicapped." And he grabs his little blue thing, puts it in the windshield. He says, "I'm psychotic." And I think about that all the time. That if we were giving out these handicaps placards for their invisible ailments, like being psychotic,
No,
then we'd
everyone
open
has
it up.
them.
So maybe that person didn't have a physical handicap. Maybe they were just really mentally ill. And
Okay,
of course
okay.
needed to be driving a car, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah, that's what I'm
you
thinking.
want
That's
the
what I'm
ill
thinking.
to do always and
I'm think
often as
I'm
fast as they
uh,
can wherever they need to go so they can get there quicker.
well, it's the same way as when they talk about the VA disability benefits. I was watching a couple of Caleb Hammer. He does the financial audit, and he's had a whole lot of people who were former military up there. And he goes through, of course, he goes through your finances stuff and all that. He said, "Yeah, I see you get $4,400 for disability military." It's like, okay, what's wrong with you? And they're like, well, you know, they like my back
Seen some
sometimes
shit.
and maybe my neck. Yeah, maybe. It's like, oh what happened to you to become disabled? What was your injury? The one guy's like, yeah, well, we march sometimes and we pick up stuff. And he's like, but when'd you get injured? That's what I want to know. He's well, when we were out there doing stuff. Well, can you tell me when you got injured and what the injury was? It's like, well, it's not quite that easy. I'm like, he's just like, how are y'all motherfuckers getting money? Ain't none of y'all injured. Like none of you. People in the comments like, oh, well, you go sign up and all that. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this is supposed to be for motherfuckers who went out there and got their leg blew off. You know what I'm saying? You know, goddamn 3 fingers, 3 German fingers. That's what they got. You know what I'm saying? They walk around like that. And 1 eye. I mean, that's what a finger's supposed to be for. The motherfucker that's paralyzed. You know what I'm saying?
To
Got a
be
bullet in his back.
to be fair, you do
Mhm.
deserve some money for having to deal with the VA. You should just
Which
get
is
free money for
yeah.
having to actually deal with those pieces of shit. They never take care of their hospitals. They're always run down, garbage.
There's one in Florida that looked really nice.
Oh, really? They were
It's
building
like
one
one
in
of the
Vegas.
biggest ones in like the country apparently, and we went by it in a boat, and I was like, that I'll go stay there. That place looks amazing. It's like right on the water. It's all palm trees and super
yeah.
beautiful building. I'm pretty sure everyone wants
Yeah,
to be
but
there.
here's
Scientologists
yeah,
on
but
it?
here,
Maybe.
yeah, but the question was just like you see all these people who are seemingly healthy. Like this guy was working another job. Like he's working. He's like actively working. So he's getting disability money and working.
Yeah,
So you see
he's
the people who are actively
stealing
working
money.
getting disability. Yeah, and then you see another guy homeless on the street that was a veteran. You're like, hold on
Yeah.
a second. Something ain't like it's not correlating. Like
Yeah.
like you're trying to think about it in your mind and you're trying to make sense of it, which you shouldn't be trying to do that because that's not the way life works.
No.
The most illogical thing is
No, you
probably
should
the answer.
immediately
It's true.
not try to make sense of this.
It is weird
Yeah,
though, because
so
I applied for disability once, which I should be able to be approved from. And they were like, you probably have to do this like 6 times before you get approved, even if you're fully disabled or whatever. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a really government bureaucrat thing to say, and it's probably true. But then I realized I don't really want to be on disability, and so I didn't. But you do see all these people who are like, they tried so hard, they needed all this help, they needed all this support, they can't get it. And then you see those motherfuckers who clearly don't need anything and they've got it all. And I'm like, why? Who is this? Just like the bureaucrats deciding? It's just a lady who just like felt happy that day. It's just like, yep, green light this one. Nope, not that one. He looked at me weird. That's all it's
Yeah,
based
and
on.
I think that's what he was trying to get at. Like people were getting at it like he was trying to disrespect somebody who was in the military. No, he was just trying to get to the core of like, why are you on it
How does this work?
when
Yeah.
obviously you're fine? Like, I'm not seeing anything. You're definitely overweight. That dude was definitely overweight. So we eating good. I know that.
I have
That
But it's
is his
just like
invisible
disability.
scars. You don't know about my PTSD.
I was like,
I
yeah, I mean, I
served
don't.
in the meme
Look,
wars.
here's what it is, okay? Here's what it is. The only ones I want to hear anything from, and this may offend some people, I don't give a fuck. The only ones I want to hear anything from is if your ass got drafted in World War II or Vietnam. That's it. If they came
Just
to your
brutal.
crib, pulled you out your crib, and took you over there against your will, then you can talk shit and raise hell. All right? Everybody else who signed up, never mind. I ain't even trying to hear it because you signed up for it. It's all good. You understand? You
Yeah.
understood what the role was. But the folks who didn't have no choice, I get it. I'd be raising hell too. Every chance I got, I'd be
Could you
talking shit.
imagine joining the military in order to get a college degree while getting vaccinated as a condition of joining the military and then coming out with a college degree that's totally worthless?
Damn.
I mean,
And you
at
got the
least I
jab.
guess the only bright spot is you don't have college debt associated with it, but you have
Hey, maybe,
you done spent
man,
4
maybe
years
you
in
got
the
the
military.
Johnson and Johnson jab. Maybe you got that one, the Johnson and Johnson,
No one ever talks about
which
that one
doesn't
anymore.
exist anymore because it doesn't
Yeah.
exist. They
Oh,
took it off
it
the
never
market
existed.
completely. Yeah, it took it off the market. That was the one shot. Everybody else was a double dose. This one shot to get you with this one, Johnson and
With it
Johnson.
filled with saline, I hope.
Now they're like
Yeah.
pretending like it's new news that the injection causes myocarditis. Like they're like,
so
oh
awful.
look, it causes my. You're like, well, yeah. I mean, like everyone fucking knew that 5 goddamn years ago. What are you even talking about? I just keep going crazy because I'm like, did we not? Were there people who didn't know? What is this? What universe is this? Oh my God. Pretending like this is new news, new data.
Yeah, that's still a weird part of life, and it's a weird part because like I really don't believe these people will actually remember that time.
I don't either.
I think they got their mind they got wiped, they got reset,
Whether
and so they just
psychologically or mechanically or like intentionally, like
yeah.
all of the above.
I'm not sure,
Motherfuckers
but
don't remember
folks are
anything.
people are confused completely. They're confused about the housing market. Like folks are legit totally confused about the housing market. I'm like, bro, god damn it. They dropped the interest rate to like 2%. And then all y'all niggas paid $70,000-$80,000 over asking price. And so they're like, oh, now everybody's house was worth $78,000. No, it's not. Your gutters are beat up. Your fucking floor is falling in. And a fucking damn, there's pipes busted in the back, splashing water all in the house. So no, your shit ain't worth $80,000 more dollars. It's bullshit. It's a tactic so niggas can extract more money from you via the government. That's it. It's a tactic. That's it. I mean, when they come by, it's like, oh yeah, we need to come by and recheck your house. It may have went up in value. Folks are like, yes. Like, you got to pay somebody some more money now, don't you?
Yeah, this is
Like,
not what you want,
like
actually.
it just ain't gonna go up, and then it's like everything stays the same after it goes up. No, you gotta pay somebody more money now. It's the way it
Apparently
goes.
everyone's in foreclosure now too.
I don't know. Charlie can talk about that. What's the foreclosure market looking like right now?
Well, I mean, I saw. I mean, nothing compares to what I saw back in 2008. The carnage. So I have a whole different. That was like entire neighborhoods for sale signs in every single front yard. So until it's that, it's not bad. It's always regional. Just depends on where you are. You got to make sure you're in a place that isn't, run by lunatics, like a state
Well,
that doesn't have
w-
overly high prop it, state taxes or property taxes or whatever, you know.
well, you can. I've heard right here recently that they've had a ton of delistings in some of your hotbeds. I'm thinking like Florida and Texas and things like that because people are not able to get their asking price. Um, what does that look like, Charlie? Have you seen a
Um,
ton of delistings?
I honestly haven't really been looking. I mean, you
Oh, okay.
you 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 have to get honest with the price of what your house is worth. People are not good at that, and then it's the agent's job to say, "You're high. You're out of your mind. You're not gonna do this. This is," and I've had situations where people just need to feel some pain for a while. You go, "Okay, we'll list it at this, but I want the record to reflect that nobody's going to come see this house and nobody's going to make any offers, and this price is going to have to get lowered, and then as soon as it gets lowered once, people are going to be expecting it to be lowered again, so you've just sent a signal to the market that you're open for business and that you're willing to negotiate. You've already negotiated against yourself once by lowering the price. Should have picked a better price to begin with. The object is you're going to negotiate no matter what. Negotiate while you're under contract with the person and they come back to you and they say, I got to redo the roof or I got to do this, and they say I want 30,000 off the price of the house. You're under contract and then you can negotiate. But if you negotiate against yourself by pricing the house too high and then saying, "Oh, I fucked up, 3 months go by, nobody saw it. Now I've cut the price lower." Every agent goes, they're open for business. They've realized that they don't know what their house is actually worth. They're testing it out. I'll come in with a lowball offer and we'll really spook them. And they don't know what the fuck they've got, because if they knew what they've got, they would have priced it right to begin with. Either that or they've got a weak agent. Like all these like
Hmm.
you think you're just selling your house, and what you're doing is you're sending signals to the marketplace that you don't know what you're doing. And next thing you know,
Oh, okay.
you've made a bad decision. You've sold the house for too little, or nobody ever comes by to see it. And now it's a dead kind of listing. And then you've got to delist it because it's stale. And everyone's like, well, you got to get a different age. If you're delisting your house, it's not good.
God, I was
Okay.
so
Yeah, I heard
lucky.
that. Yeah, I heard there was a ton of delistings in Florida, which they all, we had that big boom where people were moving to Florida back in 2020, 21, 22, and then it slowed up. But they were throwing up houses all over the place, like as hard as they could throw them up.
And let me tell you why that's a bad idea to buy houses during that time too. I can tell you from somebody who worked for 10 years in new home sales that the houses that we built in 2004, 2005, 2006 were sloppy, thrown together. I saw stuff like staple gunning fucking rubber piping in, like I don't know, trying to staple around the piping to keep, like idiotic things that, like, as soon as you turn the water on, it starts leaking. I don't know. I remember coming to work one day, and the street that I had to drive down in the neighborhood to get to the model homes where I worked, there were two different houses that had just closed that had water remediation trucks in front of them. And I remember I got to work that morning and I called the superintendent. It was a Saturday morning. I said, "Get these fucking trucks out of here. I can't sell houses when you have water remediation trucks in the fucking driveways of of two houses on their way into my office. Do it tomorrow, do it do it at night, do it some other time. But on Saturday morning and afternoon, the busiest day of the week, and people, I have to answer questions. What's the construction going on with those houses that are already done? Oh, it's because we were in a hurry and we put the plumbing in like shit, and it's leaking in those houses, and we have to send guys in there, teams in there to fix it. And by the way, they closed on their houses like 4 days ago. So the problems are already starting. Would you like to buy a house? Come on in and see me." Now I have to sell them a house after that bullshit.
Ugh.
So, I mean, you cut corners and you don't do yourself any favors. So if you're buying houses during that boom, you have to be very careful of the builders that you're buying from. Because if you're buying from somebody who doesn't give a shit about their reputation, and a lot of home builders come and go, by the way, they get bought up, they just go out of business, they form a home building company to build out, 1,000 acres. And then after that, they're done. They're gone. So they don't care about quality. Then they pop up in some other with a different name, but some of the same people. They've got a lot of money. I saw that in Vegas all the time. And so like you had to
Mhm.
be really careful what houses you were buying because they were thrown together like shit.
Shiesty.
Yeah. I've got a little video here saying we're talking about real estate, the escalating rise of property taxes. We got this place in Delaware that they've been hit. I think it's 3 times in the past 3 years on price hikes as far as their property taxes, and they ain't feeling it. They ain't feeling it. So let's check this right now.
Through this 19% increase, they will have raised our taxes by over 50% in 3 years. And that's wrong.
Residents gathered at the Delaware County Government Center for a first reading of next year's budget, including a 19% property tax hike.
I'm very concerned for the future of county government. I'm concerned for the future of the residents of the county.
1 year ago, the county enacted a 23% tax increase. For homeowners with an average property assessment of $255,000, their bill increased by $184. This 19% increase would tack on another $188, about $16 more per month.
We know that this is significant for our residents and do not take it lightly.
Residents say it's a lot to shoulder once again.
That's a grocery bill. That's Christmas presents for, family members or friends.
Delaware County Communications Director Mike Connolly cites a deficit inherited by the council, along with inflation and labor cost increases and a loss of federal COVID funds as the driving reasons for this increase.
We have to get our long-term finances right, and the goal is hopefully to keep things as level as possible from here on out. So folks should not expect, this is the norm. It's going to be, high double digits each year. That's not the case.
If they
Now, did y'all hear what that said right there at the end? A loss of COVID funds. What niggas is still getting COVID funds?
Whew.
That's what they
crazy.
said. That was one of the reasons that they said they cited they need to increase property taxes. A loss of COVID funds. I'm like, COVID funds. Folks are still getting that.
Is it the
They're still
Somalis?
going out.
They're everywhere. They're always just like somewhere getting all the funds.
I mean, and there's some folks that would snicker at that, 188 and 184. I said, bud, when you get old and you're on a more of a fixed income, that shit's devastating. Like when you ain't got it.
They just need to do what they did in Nevada. They figured this problem out 20 years ago, 2004. They capped the amount that your property taxes can go up every year at 3%. That's it. It's not that your property taxes are 3%. It's whatever your property taxes were last year, and it was like 1% or something. It's whatever that amount is, plus no more than a 3% increase. And then at that point, then you were fine. So if your property taxes were $1,000, it's $1,030 over the course of a year. You know what I mean? It was more manageable than say like, oh, I bought this house when it was worth 100,000, and now my property, so my taxes should be 1,000, and now it's worth 400,000. Now my taxes are 4 times that. That would be super unfair.
Yeah.
So they just capped it, and they needed to do that in Nevada because things were going. Because in 2004, home prices went up 43%, and people were like, "This is great and all that my house has gone up 43%, but if next year my property taxes also go up 43%, that's going to be a catastrophe." So they changed it so that they can't do that. And these people could fix that if they wanted to. But if you're asking government to fix problems that government created, you're just never going to get anywhere. So the fact that there's property taxes at all is a problem. They could fix this. They could fix it obviously by getting rid of property taxes, but they're not going to do it. They could also fix this by saying 65 and older don't pay property tax.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
Yeah, it
that's
should be
who it
that
really
way.
hits. People who are not able to work no more. Yeah, like
that's
Yeah,
what
they
it
want
they're
is.
fixed
like,
income.
That's who we're concerned about, right? Because they're not working. So you say anybody 65 and older, you've now graduated into this class, or if anybody in the house is collecting, if anybody in the house is collecting Social Security, just property taxes go away. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah,
I would be fine if all of the taxes went away, but
that'd be great.
I'm also realistic too. I mean,
I
but
mean,
the-
like, it'd be great not to pay them, but it'd be even greater not to have the people who we pay. They can't survive without them, so starve them.
it said it'd be a double up. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's what you see in a lot of these places who as Charlie said, that the price of the homes and stuff have went up exponentially. Think about people in California. You know what I'm saying? You might have bought a house back in the 80s for $150,000, $200,000. Now it's worth 1.5 million, and you're like, I can't pay this shit. I don't even want to know what the property taxes on 1.5 million.
Now in LA County, they have a mansion tax where if your house is over $5 million, you have to pay like a 5% tax to the city. This is what happens when you run a city by Marxists who have no concept of running businesses or anything like that. They only know how to tax. They don't know any other things. They don't understand what that does to the real estate market or what that does to industries surrounding it. They don't know anything. They're just politicians. But they've made that decision that, you know what LA needs to punish these rich people is we need to tax them on their mansions, and then we'll take that money and well, what are you going to do with the money? And we're going to give it to we're going to use it for fire equipment. You go, well, that sounds great. And they say, yeah, we're going to take all that fire equipment and we're going to send it to Ukraine. Because that's what they did with it.
Does that make sense?
That's honestly what LA County did with it. They sent it to Ukraine. So
Hey, well, look, I mean, Zelensky said he reveals Ukraine's ready to make this major concession to end the war. Let's see what we got up here. It said this country is willing to drop its join to push NATO if it gets other security guarantees to end the war.
No, the whole thing was that you never should have joined NATO to begin with or tried to, and the whole thing is you should be giving the Donetsk region to Russia. Like, fuck off.
Negotiations are off the table.
Done.
It's Russia's way or the highway, pretty much. I mean, they got all the cards.
All of them.
It's as it should be.
Yeah, and by the way, I have a calendar. Winter's coming, and they just turned the lights off to Ukraine.
Fuck.
They hit them in the last 6 weeks. They knocked out. I can't believe they'd gone this long without really doing it, but they finally said, we're going to turn off the lights, turn off the power, all that shit. So it's going to be extremely tough from an energy standpoint inside Ukraine. And it was like, oh yeah, some of these cities were having problems with power. They're like, now it's all of them.
Which sucks. It's like the civilian torture that they who knows how many of these people even want this bullshit. But
and it'll be decades to rebuild Ukraine. It'll be decades to rebuild what's been destroyed.
Well, but BlackRock has a plan for that.
Yeah. Greater Israel.
I can't see the Russians allowing the West End to manage anything after the war. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see how Russia can do anything except take Kiev and be done with it. It's
funny how BlackRock's like, all right, now, so this is what we're going to do with Ukraine. We're going to build up all this stuff in the aftermath. And it's like, you do realize you're going to be on the losing side of the war, right? Like, you're not the winning team here.
The winners, Charlie.
Build up your bridges, and then they get blown up a month later. Like, whenever we decide we want to blow them up, like, what the fuck are you talking about reconstituting Ukraine? You should probably talk to the guys that are winning the war and ask them what the plan is for reconstituting Ukraine, because I don't think the losing side gets to decide this. But then again, they are the bankers, so maybe they just win either way.
They believe that they're winners, though. You know,
okay.
we're in a participation trophy type shit. Y'all are all winners.
They're
They're
just
talking
they're
about
in your
hardcore
parents' eyes.
manifestors. They gotta
they're
keep the
talking about
vision.
seizing. They're talking about seizing Russian
Uh,
funds now, which is like the most stupid thing to do. They got like
Yeah, didn't
400
Russia
Okay.
billion
just
in Russian
sue?
funds.
Russia just sued
It-
someone who's holding a bunch of their funds.
It's $300 billion of funds that the banking system uses as like liquidity to. You got to have Corey knows this. You got to have enough liquidity in your pool so
Yeah.
that things work. And so you've got to have and so there's a ton of Russian money that's in there, and the American empire said, we're kicking you off the SWIFT banking system. And Russia's like, that's a huge problem. They said, oh yeah, and also that money that we've been using, that you've been using to, the liquidity that kind of fuels the Western banking world, we're stealing it all. We're just taking it
Okay.
because
Okay.
we don't
There
like
we
you.
go.
So we're going to steal your money. So that's kind of where that's kind of where they are. They're not just losing the war. They've resorted to stealing anything that isn't nailed down, like Russian money or whatever. But I think it would be funny if BlackRock has big plans for Ukraine and Russia just, decides that they're going to rain missiles down on whatever they're doing whenever they want to, because, they're winning the war.
And
But
they
the
just
crazy
won
thing is,
the ability to play in the Olympics again too.
Oh, no, we can't do that.
It's back. They got it. It's done.
They're back in the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean that's what I just read.
Wait, that Russia is? They're not going to be country formerly described as Russia or
Yeah,
whatever they're
right. They can have their
officially
flags and shit. Which is crazy. Like we stopped Russia, but not China. Like fucking China was allowed to be in there, but not Russia. Like what? Yeah, that supposedly just happened this week.
Wow.
I don't know, man. They've been showing me how great China is right here recently
Right.
on a bunch of social media. This chick from China she's been up there. This is a normal day in China. Look how great it is. I'm like, oh man. It's like, yeah, you just use your phone and it'll pick you up, and yeah, I jump on this bike that's illegal, but don't worry, the cops don't chase us because they can't chase us because it's illegal to chase. I'm just like, hold on a
What?
second, man. This
Shut
shit don't
up.
even look real. I'm trying to figure out if this is AI or not. You're supposed to label when your shit's AI, okay? When it's
So
AI generated.
what's his face
But man,
too? Hassan Piker, whatever. That
Yeah.
fucking dog torturing faggot. He's like all up in China's grill right now. He's like, look at how great China is. I'm practically Chinese. I love China. Look, I'm in Tiananmen Square. It's fantastic. I'm like, someone allegedly should liberate him from his body. What an absolute piece of trash. I don't even
It's
know who
funny
that guy
'cause
is. He's
this
Cenk
morning
Uyghur's cousin or something.
Yeah, he is. I saw an article this morning that there's an increase in Chinese suicides because of people who have been blocked out of the social credit system and they can't do anything.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because what the fuck they won't let you leave.
I saw that.
They'll fucking put you in a rape to death torture dungeon if they feel like it. And then they can just fuck your social credit score for any fucking reason. You can't make calls. People who talk to you, social credit will go down, so no one will talk to you. Like you can't get on buses, you can't get on trains, you can't buy food. These people are fucking evil. China is the most evil country that's ever existed. Fuck them.
Folks
People of China,
are telling
cool.
me that they're telling me they got flashing lights and shit like that, man. So they're cool.
It's really
They're
cool
cool.
here. I swear to God, it's a filthy, horrifying country.
Man, they got a great wall and everything. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody broke out there or nothing.
Nobody. Then I saw like there's homeless people in China, and I was like, that's even weirder. Why won't you just kill them and harvest their organs or whatever you do? Like, what's the point of letting them
Well,
suffer
they're
in their
dirty. I
tents
mean,
on
you
the
don't want to
street?
harvest their organs. Their organs are probably
That is
falling apart
true.
at the seams. I mean, they've been eating rats and bugs
That
for
is
the
true.
last 20
Lindsay,
years.
Lindsay, think
That's
about this now. I mean,
stressful life.
I can't
Need a
harvest
need a
those dirty organs
Shaolin
like
monk.
that.
If I'm gonna harvest, I want his liver.
I want the Uyghurs. I want their organs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I hear
And
that-
I'm
I
like,
hear
look,
that-
man.
I hear that's bullshit though. Is it true or is it bullshit? I've heard some
knows?
people
What-
say it's absolutely true that that's happening, and then I've heard other people say it's total propaganda about the
Huh.
weaker organ harvesting stuff.
Well, China would say anything that makes China look bad is propaganda.
Of course, yeah, I understand that, but
So, yeah, who knows?
And
Well,
I don't know I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds like something they
We
might
got
do.
too many people to give a fuck about anyway.
That is what I heard from a Chinese friend, acquaintance friend. I guess I sold her a condo, and it's what she said. She said, "There's just so many of us. It just doesn't really matter." She was talking about watching, or with her husband, talking about watching a guy get hit by a car crossing the street. And she was just like, "No, nobody cares."
Fuck.
And like folks are like, "Oh man, it's great and this and that. I'm gonna move over there." I say, "Boo, they ain't. It's not diverse over there. Okay, it's Chinese folks. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no sea of diversity over in
It's
China.
nowhere.
If
All
you're
right,
if you're diverse, so in the same conversation with the lady who's telling me about the, with her white husband, white Jewish husband, he says to me, yeah, I went over there for work. He was running a division of this company, and he goes, there's no like social graces or anything. They just call me like Jerry Big Nose Jew. Like they just fucking, if people walk up and point at me and they say your nose is so big and you're such a Jew and all these things. I'm sitting here like with my eyes, and he's like, you just have to get used to it. Like they just don't care. That's not a social problem for them. Like they'll make fun of your physical appearance right to your face. I go, is there part of that, that's kind of refreshing a little bit?
Yeah.
That like the honesty. He's like, well, it's not good honesty though.
I like it though, because I'm like, I think it's fucked up. So what was it? It was like Lizzo did something, and people were like, "What can Lizzo not do?" And I was like, "Push-ups." And somebody who was a large woman, I mean, for real though, right? And somebody who was a large woman was like, "So what? She's like, you're just like mad because she's fat or whatever." I was like, "Oh, I'm not mad, but like she is fat." And she's like, "Well, what did you think when you saw me? Did you think I was fat?" And I was like, I mean, my first thought wasn't, wow,
definitely.
that person's fat. But if you're asking me whether or not I noticed you were fat, of course I did. Like, what am I supposed to pretend like you're not fat? Am I supposed to pretend like you don't have a big nose? Am I supposed to pretend like I don't notice your skin color? Like, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not in pretend land. Just like I'm not going to pretend you're a man or a woman if you're not. I'm not going to pretend you're not fat if you're not. I'm not going to make fun of you for it. I don't judge you for it. I'm not valuing you less as a person for it, but I'm not going to pretend you're not what you are. And if you have a fucking problem with that, it turns out you're the one who's judging fatness, not me. If I just say, yes, you're fat and that hurts your feelings, you're the one who has decided that it's bad to be fat, not me. So fuck you.
If you robbed this bank and I had to give your description to that police officer, I'd say the fat lady robbed the bank.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's how I describe it.
It's just
Yeah,
true.
but you can't just you gotta say plus size. That's what they got when you go into the mall and shit.
Full
You got your
figured.
petite, and then you got plus size. Plus size. That's
Curvy.
what you're supposed to. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Whatever
Yeah, for my
euphemism you
curvy
need,
girls.
you got it, but I'll
They
call
got
you fat.
that. Hey, and look, man, they got all this thing that'll cinch you up and slim you down and lift your ass. I'm like, damn, man. Folk talk about men lying. I'm like, well, women's clothing is lying.
We need to get the men's version of the Skims. Right? They
Yeah,
have that.
you got it.
What would
Yeah,
it
you got
be?
the
It'd be
built-in
like
nipple.
calf implant.
No, it's like the like the tuck in your
like
gut
the
type of stuff. Like pull up your men's pantyhose type
just like
things
sucks your
above
whole body in.
Yeah.
They got the
Yeah.
ones now, but it's got like the booty strap. Like you grab your ass and you pull it up, and it's got a strap that lifts and shapes your butt, and so your butt looks good. And then it's just like, and then you get it home and you pull it down, you got this soggy ass. You're like, hold on a second, man.
You got to pull the straps.
This ain't what, this
You're
ain't what
pulling
I
the
seen
straps
earlier.
wrong.
I'm already here,
Could you
so
come
I'm
over
gonna do it.
here
But
and
I
pull my
mean,
straps?
yeah, I mean,
Grab me by the
yeah,
straps, not by the pussy.
So life is. What are we trying to say? Life is a lie. All right, that's what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a
the whole
hologram.
premise of it.
Yeah.
Well, what was it like?
Everybody
I'm gonna get
lying
you,
to you.
sucker. I think it's I'm gonna get you, good
Yeah.
sucker. He takes the girl home, and she's just like, her wig comes off. She's bald. Her, you know,
Yeah.
I don't even remember her leg's
her
not real or some
leg
shit. She's
falls
got
off.
no
Yeah.
teeth.
You'd be like, "What the hell is this?" I mean, and then you're disappointed. But like I said, you're already there, so I'm about to live with this disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Already here.
Just
I
block
got to
this
be a
out.
gentleman. See, I got to be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole premise here.
It's very kind.
Got to be gentleman-like, gentleman-like. Well, look, before we get out of here, Cory, me and Cory talked about the Netflix potentially beating out Paramount for Warner Brothers Studios, and Cory said it's a Jew showdown. And the Jews at Netflix seem like they're gonna win. So
Which Jews will win?
yeah. Yeah, so I didn't know, Cory. I mean, we got factions of Jews now. Is that what we got? We got warring factions.
Infighting.
On the surface, underneath, they're all connected.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's
Oh.
surface level only.
Speaking of Jews, we got 2 false flags, both of which are Jew related. Jews were the target seemingly, and both on what? Didn't Hanukkah just start?
Yeah, this is all bullshit. This is Jews doing their thing again.
It's Brown and what is it, Bondi Beach or something? Yeah, and Brown is not, I don't know, they haven't released that much, but apparently where it started was in a Jewish woman's class while she was like giving a class about something Jewish. Like she's the professor.
Always.
Of course. And
It's
then
the same old
in
story.
Bondi, it's more clear cut. It's like a Jewish gathering of some kind was what was targeted. But I don't know, man. It looks like a bunch of people were actually dead. It wasn't like the, what was the race that was so fake? Everybody
These are
died in the
Mossad
race.
shooters.
Oh,
They're good
Boston
shots.
bombing.
The Boston bombing. It wasn't like the Boston bombing where it was like really clearly fake blood and like really clearly fake injuries and like none of it even looked remotely real. Like it looked pretty real. But sometimes they actually kill people with these
for
false
sure.
flags.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but this is real, 100%. I mean,
There's no, the guy who is the survivor at the one in the Bondi Beach, like just went to Australia 2 weeks ago to fight anti-Semitism.
Artsy, that guy, the guy from X that you see there, who's always going on and on and on about the Jewish struggle, this and that. The guy with the shaved head with the blood all over his face, who took the selfie. That guy is an Israeli intelligence asset.
So
That guy
he
is
just
a
happens to be
fucking
there and
liar.
survived.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, and another
look,
lady who got shot was a Holocaust survivor. Of course.
Yeah. So then did you look at her birthday? Because it was like 44 or something. Just like, I don't even remember, but whatever it was, she would have been like an infant if she was in
Yeah.
the
I was
Holocaust.
born in the camps. Oh, in the extermination camps where they murder everybody, they allowed you to be born there? Yeah,
And
okay.
escape.
That
Yeah,
sounds,
they ain't that
sounds like
heartless,
a
Charlie.
reasonable thing.
They they're not that heartless, okay, and
They're
ruthless.
loving.
Oh, we would
That's what
raise
it
this
is.
baby, yeah, as a Jew, but in Germany, yeah.
There was like 3,000 babies born in Auschwitz.
So stupid.
Oh, so we're still fucking. That's what you're telling me.
People was
Folks
fucking
were still
in
finding
Auschwitz.
time to fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they still
They
finding time to
also-
fuck.
Won't
And they had
stop.
plenty of
Not
time
even
to
in
spend their money at the fucking cantina and the cinema.
Bergen
that they had at the
Belsen was
camp.
going off. Everybody, Club Bergen Belsen was what they used to call it.
Trying to
On a
get
Friday
in.
Hey, well,
night.
look,
Shit.
Hey, well, look, I mean, we should rejoice because this kind of slid through the news, but on December 4th, they found the perpetrator who planted the pipe bombs on January 6th.
Oh yeah, I
So
saw
Brian
this.
J.
Stupid.
Cole Jr. They
The white
found him.
guy.
I'm like,
A black
yeah,
white
some
guy.
white dude.
The black white guy.
Yeah, black white guy. Yeah. After a 5-year-long investigation, we finally found the perpetrator.
I don't know nothing about the case, but he didn't do it. He's a patsy.
No.
That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
Oh
He's
my
always a
God.
patsy.
Well,
I
did they
didn't know
adjust?
they
Is
were
it-
looking for somebody.
Is it coincidence that they identified the pipe bomber a week earlier through their gate with like a 98% match, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden a week later it's a black guy?
Yep,
Give me
and
a
his
fucking
measurements
break.
don't line up,
He's a
and like
Keystone
he couldn't be them, or he couldn't be the pipe shooter. But like, yeah, right after they found it, the internet succeeded and found who it actually most likely is going to be. And didn't everyone call it at the beginning? This is a police person. That's a police agent.
It was a
I don't
police
remember
woman
why,
who,
but-
who left the police to go work for the CIA.
But like way back then, we even knew somehow that it was like specifically police and not like some other level of agent. I don't remember why. Do you guys remember?
Mm.
It was like a thing that everyone somehow knew. I don't remember why, but anyway, so it was. And then, yeah, just so happened to have some other guy. I
Because
wonder
they
what
shot
he
a
did.
dog on the scene? Was that what it was?
Yeah. Well, what did they do? To like, what did he do to piss them off to become the patsy for this?
Yeah, that
That's what I want to know.
black white guy.
Yeah, the black white
Yeah,
guy.
So he's
yeah,
gonna
I'm
have
not
one hell of
sure,
a
but
defense because all you got to do is be like, they identified the bomber a week before. This is the gate of the person who planted the bombs. I didn't do it. There's your reasonable doubt right there.
Does the guy but what is the gate of the person that did it? Was it like a funky town, slow jams, soul train, sort of like mosey away from it? Was he like sashaying, and did he have like a little hop step, or what was,
He seems
It
more of a
was a
Carlton
you
type.
know, if the pants and if the gate don't fit, you know, what's the equivalent of the, you know, we must have quit.
it was a butch type gate.
It was a small Asian lady, and they're trying to pin this on a white black guy.
yeah, it makes sense to me. Well, actually, it doesn't because I didn't realize they were looking for anybody. I was like, I mean, these fake pipe bombs that were so called
Well,
planted that
it's a
he
fake
decided
bombing, so they
not to
need a
blow any of them up.
fake patsy for the fake bomb. You know what I mean? So they're still
Yeah,
casting
well, I mean,
leads in that. The audition is ongoing. Apparently, the first
once,
person wasn't a
Mhm.
good fit. Then they brought in the white black guy. I don't know if they're going to keep him. They may. I hear auditions are ongoing. There may be another bomber.
A small
Okay,
Asian white guy lady.
another bomber that didn't bomb. You know, the
Yeah,
bomber that didn't
like
bomb.
in Boston bombing, when Ibrahim Todashev, when they went down to Orlando and roughed that guy up, and then ultimately interrogated him and then shot him 9 times, and said that he charged them with a sword, and then they said it was a metal pole, and then they said it was a stick, and then they said it was a knife, and then they
And it was
didn't have
air.
any.
It was just
And they
nothing.
didn't
And
have
then
any
he
of
just
that.
ran
Really
towards
scary.
us. And then now that I think about it, he was handcuffed, but
And they said
he
he
almost
was
tried to
part of the
choke
Boston
somebody.
bombing, and they said, "Well, how was he connected to the Boston bombing?" They said, "Well, he knew those guys." And they said, "Well, what was his role in the Boston bombing?" And they said, "We just shot him.
We just shot. We don't care.
We just shot him."
He looked at us funny, and we were mad. So
The cop
he
who
died.
shot him was out of the police force after 4 years. He had been disciplined a bunch of times for doing stuff like that. He unloaded his pistol on the guy. He was the only guy in the room with this. He excused the other cops out of the room and shot the guy a bunch of times, and then said he charged at him. This was the official third man in the story that was later inserted into the Boston bombing, fake bombing narrative, where they also took that guy and put him on the cover of Rolling Stone, just like the
That was
Luigi
weird.
Mangione guy.
Yeah, what was that kid's
Who
name?
also, who when Mangione was caught, he was caught at a McDonald's, just like the Parkland guy who was caught at McDonald's.
I think that's a ritual. I think once you do your deed and then you've gotten away, you go get you a Big Mac.
You get a Big Mac.
So how many? Parkland, the Tyler Robinson, this fucking kid, the Boston bombing kid, all McDonald's?
Well, not the Boston bombing, the
Oh.
Parkland, the kid who allegedly shot everybody up.
The kid who also didn't actually, and then the lady who was supposedly in that false flag but wasn't, was also just happened to be at this Brown shooting.
Yeah.
And her comment about it is, I can't believe like the administration or the policymakers who allowed this to happen twice to me. Once when I was 12 at Parkland. I was like, hold up, wasn't it supposed to be at a high school? You were 12, but you were at a high school? Like,
Whatever.
They trying.
Whatever.
Look,
And then again,
we're trying.
in
Look,
college.
I skipped some grades.
Yeah.
I skipped some grades. Look,
Which
I'd
is like,
be-
how
here's
you
what
false flag? Because this motherfucker's supposedly been it too. Fuck you.
I'd be curious to know if her parents work in military intelligence or have any sort of ties to that sort of stuff, or what her family's background is, or
Yeah.
Well, look, after all this, the moral of the story is after you commit a crime, don't stop at McDonald's to get a Big Mac. We appreciate everybody for being with us at day 0, day 215. Guys, we're going to go around the round table. Give us a breakdown. If we got anything new going on, Charlie, I'll let you go ahead and ride out.
macroaggressions.io is the website. Go figure it out over there. And my interview this week is Tony Arterburn from Wise Wolf. We talk about things you'll be interested to hear. So get that. Activistpost.com, naturalblaze.com. That's all.
Lindsey.
Hey, shout out to Joe and Brandon, who are just now becoming the hosts of Mysterious Universe, which is my one and only true love of podcasts that I spent 10 years with before I stopped listening to podcasts. And they're now the hosts of Mysterious Universe.
Brandon who?
Brandon Thomas, Joe Hodgson.
Oh, really? They're both.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was that Joe and
Yeah.
Brandon. Oh, nice.
Yeah, isn't
Fantastic.
that freaking awesome? So congratulations to them. You can find everything I do at roguesoul.org, all of the books, all of the one-on-one sessions, all of the orgo, all the classes I teach, and more. You can go to rogueways.substack.com to sign up for the articles I write and the channel messages, and stay in touch. Find me on social media.
Cory, you ain't got nothing new, do you?
Me and Drew Treglia and Cube are going to do Death Wish on Friday night.
I gotta watch Death Wish.
We're going to watch it Friday. We're going to watch it live.
Oh,
we're Mystery Science Theatering this bitch, and we don't care about copyrights.
Awesome.
Oh my God. We cutting up. All right, so there it is. CoryHughes.org, bloodyhistory.substack.com, Warner from History, JFK book, Lee Harvey Oswald in Black and White, Volume 2, early 2026. Guys, make sure you're getting you some independent media token via the Fandom wallet. Get your little Solana first. Get that Solana. Then you transfer that over to Independent Media Token. You can find all of my stuff at xq420.com. We appreciate everybody for being here with us. Sorry for 215. Catch y'all next week for 216.